happening? What is up? It is Saturday, and we've got MLB, so it's not the NFL. I'm not as excited as I would be if this was NFL. However, it is a live stream after all, and those have been far and few between. So I am excited to be here, happy to say what's up to people, get back into the groove of live streaming right before NFL gets here. Let me just play around with my settings a little bit. I can do that. That's not, no, we don't want that one. That's the one I was looking for. That's a little bit better. I think we're going to roll out this for a little while. Let me know if you guys like this format or if you would prefer to see it in portrait mode, which is what I want to do. That's probably my preference, is just throw the app up on there. Right now I've got it on the side here so you can see it. And then I've got the desktop version open over here. Yes, this is a mobile first app, but we've also got the desktop version as well. So interesting thing coming here. We've got team data. Now, it's not done. It's not finalized here, but that's a little teaser, all right? If you're checking it out right now, you are one of the first people to see it. Yes, it is coming. Yes, it's a new layout. Going to be interesting. I've got to navigate it. I haven't navigated it yet on desktop. So, you know, that might be fun and interesting here. But so yeah, this is the new interface here. It'll have all the sports books on here, give you the best odds. So yeah, Paparazzi. I don't even know if I think I might have showed you this, but yeah, it's going to be pretty slick on mobile. Actually, no, I don't have the version on mobile right now. I'm not in the testing version. I deleted that because it was going down the other day and I needed to get some props out. So I went into the live version. So my version on my app is the same that you all have. So it's not in there yet, but it is in the test flight version. So we're working on it right now. You're going to be able to choose your sports books here. I believe, let's see, this is all being tested. So let's see how it functions. Where's FanDuel? If we click FanDuel, yeah, these should all go to FanDuel. Now, if you click a book like Caesars, maybe that doesn't have everything. Yeah, Caesars it should populate some and then fill in the gaps where it's not around here. Although I would be surprised if Caesars isn't in there. So have to take a look at that. But, you know, that's always the risk of throwing it up live on stream. ESPN Bet. So that one seems to be working. The formatting might be a little weird on desktop, but like I don't really care because this is a mobile app. All right. If you're looking for a desktop app and you sit in front of your computer all day, this app's probably not for you. All right. This is a native iOS and Android app. As you can see from our slick layout, it's all about getting in and getting out and finding your props easily. Desktop is not where it's at. I'm just going to go out and say it. If you disagree, we can disagree on that. Desktop, you know, these integrations with desktop, whatever, desktop light. Oh, look at our mobile web version. That's lame. All right. That's super lame. I'm on the go all the time. I don't have time to sit in front of my computer all the time. But for those that do, we do have a desktop version, obviously, because I'm still a man of the people. That's just not my preference. Anyways, now that I've alienated probably only 10% of the population here with that, because let's face it, the 90% of us are all on mobile. Let's take a look at some props today. Paparazzi says, let's go. What is up, my friend? Paparazzi has been putting out plays. Love to see it. And Green Madness, Vinny P and Kettle Mart home run combo. Excited to hear your analysis. Team data will be amazing. Appreciate you, Green Madness. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm psyched for it. It's been a long time coming. I know there's a good amount of people that want it. Let's take a look at the unders. And real quick, while I'm sitting here, I'm going to throw this up on the board. This is the dashboard that I've been teasing out for a while now, where we can look at and see how different things are performing. Look, it's got literally every bet you could have for every single player in here. That is not usually available in the mobile version. I don't tweet that out very often because that would be pretty useless for most people. But yeah, look at this thing just keeps scrolling. Literally, if there's any question on how much data is in here, look at that little key just moving. Look at it. Every time I scroll, it moves up more because there are literally thousands and thousands of data points here in this. I mean, if you look at it, let's just say you want to see how it performs with 0.6 and higher. Did that update? I think it did. I wasn't even looking. 3,104 bets. Yeah, that's updating. So this is the app over the course of, let's just take a look. This is the confidence score of the last 7 days here. If you were to bet every single freaking under in the book that you can do, the fact that we are profitable, and not just profitable, over the course of 2,800 bets, 2,800 like playable odds, right? I'm not talking these apps that are out here. I'm going on a rant, but I have to say it. I'm not talking about these apps. I got an email from an app the other day that said on plays that are a minus 175 to a minus 200, okay? Let that sink in. A minus 175 to a minus 200. You can't even play those as straights. This app said we have been hitting at like a 70% rate. Okay, so what? So what? You've got to parlay that every single time. That's so stupid. It was the stupidest email I may have ever gotten. And if you got that email, I'm interested to hear your thoughts as well. Because if that sold you on something, maybe I don't understand, what people want. Maybe I don't, if that's the case. Now, I want to get rid of these batter walks. I'm going to look at how to get those out. But here are some of the top plays right here for hits, runs, and RBIs. This is Greg Allen's second game in the league. Obviously, didn't do great in the first one. Here's the total bases under by Grant McCray at a minus 115 on Fanatics. This one, he's gone a little bit over. This could be a little dicey, although I do like the 15.5. He's gone over in, 4 straight games. But before that, as you can see, kind of struggled a little bit, ramping up. We can look at innings pitched, but actually more. See, it looks like he was playing only limited innings, and now that he's been getting more time, he's gone over a little bit. So this is probably one I might stay away from. But to be honest, it's not like entirely out of the realm that it hits, but he's gone over in 5 of 7? Yeah. So it's probably not one. So what I'm doing, what I did there, I don't know if you saw it. All I did was remove the noise, minus 175, right? I don't care if it's higher than a minus 175. You could even do a minus 165 if you want, or like a minus 150. Let's say you're not going to play anything over a minus 155 as a straight ever. All right. Because you got to go through and parlay. So go through these. Some of these batter walks are in there. Novig's giving us some strange stuff sometimes coming through. But if you look at these, like the total bases for Drew Gilbert, obviously you can see why the model likes it. He had one game, hasn't done anything since. Greg Allen's another one. Luis Gil was a favorite of mine today. Gone under in 60% of the games. So he's hit the over in 40%, as you can see on the screen here. And let's take a look at his season. He only did one game this season. Well, this is only his second game too. But this is like his, these are his normal splits. Let's see. I want to take Hillman away. I want to take a look. What I say is 15.5. Only had one game this year, 8-3. So he pitched. I mean, what does he get? Why do I keep hitting buttons? Why do I keep hitting buttons here? Here we go. Try this again. It's hard to hold the phone up like this and do it. I just want to see how many pitches he had this game. What was his pitch count? Did I pass it? Pitches thrown. He threw 77 pitches. Let's take a look at his last 10. So, I mean, that's not that far off his average. So let's just say he gets his average and throws, 85 pitches. That's what you're looking at. I like the under today. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to trust in the confidence score against Houston, a 0.9 under at a minus 150 on Fanatics. But anyways, like I was saying, that's another, Drew Gilbert. We already looked at Drew. So I'm just going to look and see if we're playing unders. You want to find one that's got a lot of red. There you go. Played 3 games, had one with 17. Anyways, what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you this, though. So people are out like minus 175 to minus 200. So what? Like who the freak cares? Let's do it when it's let's just do like playable odds, did that move? Let's see, 1,400 bets. Yeah. So there you go. So if you want to look at it like different ranges, if you want to see, how does a minus 150 to a minus 110 produce? 829 bets, you'd be up 180 units. The fact that we're giving you these numbers, I don't know if anybody understands. The fact that these numbers are this freaking high when you're talking about 2,000 bets, watch this. Okay? Let's just do plus 200. You're talking about 3,500 bets, okay? Not a small sample size by any means. And you're up almost 1,000 units on that. This confidence score at a 0.7 to a 0.99 is insane. Just put it at a 0.9. Okay. Playable, normal, run-of-the-mill under confidence scores over the last week. Insane. Absolutely freaking insane. I mean, we can look at, like under hit. Let's see. So a 1 in this column are all the wins, right? So let's take a look. Those are all the losses. Here are all the wins. Okay. So we had CJ Abrams on August 2nd, total bases. It was a minus 167. We profited 0.6 units on it. It was a confidence score of 0.71. He had 0. Okay. So that's just Abrams. Like, I mean, we could look at anybody. Let's look at by game day, right? Let's look at a couple of recent ones. On the 9th. Oh, it's alphabetical again. I could probably sort around. I haven't played with this enough, but I could probably go through and sort around it. But I'm not going to do it live on stream and screw something up. CJ Abrams, his under was a 0.74 at a plus 152. Okay. This was a plus 152, 0.5 hits. Our confidence score liked the under at a 0.74. What did he do? He went under, and you profited 1.52 units because this bet was a 0.74. My gosh, guys, I don't understand. Like, why would you ever use anything else ever? Show me anybody else who has results like this. Literally marketable data. I can expand it out. Show me anybody that has something like this. Our confidence score, we put out the new one, I think on the 6th. The first day, 141 units. The next day, 40 and 49. More reasonable. I think this day right here, the 7th, was a small slate. Yesterday, 300 units. Let's just screw around, I guess. I don't know how to do this. What am I doing here? Gate 4. Okay. I can't do filters in here. I think all the filters run through up here is what it seems like. So anyways, I don't want to screw with it and screw something up. But let's look at even higher ones, 0.75. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Even on the low days, you're profiting, guys. So I know you're not going to be able to bet every single one. That's fine. I understand. Whoops. Minus 150. I mean, the fact that this chart is profitable, nobody's profitable long-term in sports betting. Very few cappers are, and the ones that are, we're partnered with. Okay? There's a couple of people out there that are long-term profitable. I mean, look at these. These are plus odds hits. These are plus odds cashes. This line was a plus 175. We cashed it. All on the 9th. Let's look at, you want to just exclude the 9th? Let's look at a different day here. Can I do this? There we go. Let's exclude the 9th. All right, let's find a couple that hit. This guy, 21. We had him at 17.5. Yeah, he went for 21. I remember that one. CJ Abrams has been profitable on unders recently. I mean, look at these guys. I don't know. Pick a player. We can pick a player. I don't know if they're going to be profitable or not, but let's pick a player. I mean, CJ Abrams is pretty solid. Let's look at Crochet. I don't know. No, let's pick. Actually, you know what? I don't want to look at Crochet. I want to look at a hitter. I don't know. Crow Armstrong. Here he is. 1 under. Has it been profitable on him? I don't know. Batter hits. Yeah, they all hit on Crow Armstrong. We're 3 for 3, it looks like. We hit on a plus 125 and a plus 188, and then a minus 150 for all for unders. I mean, my gosh, guys. The app's just like targeting these things. All right, let me remove Crow Armstrong. I'm still figuring out how to use this. There we go. Select all. All right. So anyways, needless to say, let me get out some plays. I had to get that off my chest. There's 117 people that have been watching on and off. We lost people on Instagram. I get it. You know, people came here for plays. I understand. All I'm saying, guys, is like, I don't know what else you would want. You know, this is literally printing money right now. And that's not to say that every bet hits, because it doesn't. I could show you 1,000 bets that didn't hit. But if you're going to show, I'm going to have all those bets sitting there right in front of you and say, like, look at these, look at the data, look at the odds. Like, what more do you guys want? All right. I mean, like, if that doesn't do anything for you, then you're never going to be satisfied with sports betting, because these slips with all these home run wins and stuff like that too, they're not sustainable. Right now, confidence score, highest play in the app, Salvador Perez. Okay. Now, these lines will shift as odds shift. Closing line value will shift the odds. There's 677-ish data points that go into the confidence score. Constantly is changing. Salvador Perez is the highest one on the board right now. Hasn't hit a home run in the last 5 games. Hit in 6 of the last 20 games, though, averaging 0.3. That's the highest one. Now, you're wondering, oh, why is it all red? That's a bad bet. Well, it's because more than likely it's not going to hit. More than likely, none of these home run bets hit. I hate to say that to you, but I don't know if that's, something you wouldn't normally think, but home run bets are outliers. They're kind of like anytime touchdowns, although we've smashed anytime touchdowns. But like predicting a guy to hit a home run, a lot has to go right. You don't get a lot of them in the game. So you're not going to see a 0.8 confidence score on a home run, maybe an under, but not on an over, because there's nobody out in the league that should be a 80% likelihood of hitting a home run. Even Ohtani, when he was at his highest, is like a 30% likelihood. Okay. And that's high. Paparazzi, I'm going to look at that. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to talk through home runs with people for just a split second, and then I'll look at that one. Appreciate you throwing them in there, though, because I do want to look at things people have, and I'm happy to pull stuff up in the app. Guys, we're running a free code right now, too, in the app, all right? If you want a free month, just drop a message in the chat, and I'll drop that code for you guys. Salvador Perez, highest home run bet. So we can literally put this together and just pick 3 guys, and I can't do it. I could probably do it over here. I'm going to go over to... and Novig. I'm not signed in on my computer on Novig, although I don't even think you can. Am I on BetMGM? I'm going to pull this up over here, out of the way. And I'm going to play some of these guys. Now, what I wouldn't do is I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't play Nemo. I wouldn't play him and Alonso in the same one because, I mean, not that you can't, because you certainly can. But, the fact of 2 guys hitting a home run, I guess they don't really cannibalize each other. It's kind of a best practice for me. Maybe it's not even the way to go. Hold on 1 second. How can I shoot? I can't sign in because it wants me to allow while visiting the site. It wants me to sign in on my phone, which is going to pull up a code and all that stuff. I can't do it right now. I'll have to enter the top plays after. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to screenshot the top 2 without screwing it up. But here's a couple of the top ones. I'll just give you guys a few of the top ones, and then I'll fly through it and find a couple of the middle guy ones. Ohtani, for somebody was in the chat like, oh, every time you predict Ohtani to hit a home run. Well, we basically cashed him out every single time during this little stretch. So, yeah, we did, but why wouldn't you at that point, right? I mean, his odds are only a plus 200 still. It's not the best play. I mean, Rooker, 0.17. You guys can take a look at this. There's going to be a lot of guys that have similar odds to hit home runs. We're not in Coors Field. Hunter Goodman would probably get a nice bump if that was the case. But, yeah, so there's some home run plays for you. Let me take a look here. Burt Reynolds, 1.5. Well, there was my code. Reynolds. Brian Reynolds, under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Guys, I don't understand why anybody would ever play on any other app. Well, now here's an interesting one. So you've got the confidence score loves the under here. We're going to get it at plus odds on Fanatics, which is impressive. You got Novig at a minus 111, Flip minus 115. FanDuel, I don't see a FanDuel. You got a ProphetX. Most of them are leaning to the over here. The trends data suggests over potentially. However, I'm right, guys. At the end of the day, like at this point, why would you not ride with the confidence score, especially when we're talking about unders and the data I just showed you? I'm not going to beat you guys over the head with it every single. I mean, I'm going to show this every stream. There's no doubt about it, because why wouldn't I? From an app developer standpoint, from a business standpoint, like this is extremely impressive. But guys, I'm just trying to help you guys out. All right. I did this. The reason I started PropsBot is literally because I want to make sports betting simple. My goal is to get you in and out of the app. All right. All these other companies, they want you in their app. They want you to spend more time in there. They want you to spend hours researching. If that's what you want to do, great. You can do that in PropsBot. However, that's not my goal. That's not my life. That's not where I'm at. And I imagine that's not where a lot of you guys are at. A lot of you need to get in and get out. That's why that toilet graphic of people placing bets on the toilet the other day got so many hits when one of our affiliates posted it. It's because it's relatable, right? We're making bets on the go while walking down the street, while walking into work, while in the bathroom. It's just, it's the fact of the matter. So, Brian Reynolds, I'm trusting the confidence score. All right. I have no doubt in the confidence score. You don't even really have to convince me. I don't mind the run scored either at a minus 155. It's not that much. It's not that terrible of odds. But, the fact that right now you can still get it, the other play, the HRR, that Paparazzi pointed out at a plus odds play, I think that's strong. If that all of a sudden moves to like a minus 110, minus 115, and this stays around minus 155, I'd probably prefer the run scored. But that's just me. Did you guys change the total basis confidence score? It was literally perfect before. I was 8-1 or something on 0.5, but now the confidence score has changed. So are you saying, Fives, that the total basis score hasn't been as good lately? We did change some of the logic in the confidence score. It's always going to be having new data added. So, all right, I'll share a little bit with you guys about this. So the confidence score always has a version going that's in the app, right? That is what you see. Behind the scenes, there's always a second one going. And the reason for that is because we're always trying to test a new and improved confidence score. Let me see if I can open this without it. Yeah. We're always trying to test a new and improved confidence score. The goal is to always have the best version of it going. So at all times, there's always going to be two going. So, and then what you do is you look at both and you keep comparing and stuff. And if the main confidence score, we call it our Rocky Balboa. If that's producing well, we stick with it. It stays in the app. That's what you see. If all of a sudden it starts to struggle, and or if let's call it, we'll call it that. The Ivan Drago, no, who was Mr. T? No, he was the champion too. Whoever the up and comer is, the up and comer model, if all of a sudden that starts really crushing it and really producing, it eventually will get promoted to where that's in the app, and that's the new Rocky Balboa. So I don't know if that makes sense. I hope using pop culture helps everybody understand it. But basically, to answer your question, yes, we will be constantly changing it or tweaking it and adding to it. And I suppose it's possible within that there are going to be some fluctuations with the markets. But ultimately, we're always going to promote a version that is winning the most. Let me go ahead, and I suppose I could just do this. All right, so we're on unders, and you said total bases. Listen, first off, Fives, I totally appreciate you sharing that. Whoops, I'm in the wrong one. But do me a favor, man. Like, if that's crushing, like during that stream, during that time, like I want to hear from you. You got to let me know. I mean, I need to hear it. I appreciate it. Like, I need as much support as I can get it, being a one-man operation here. So feel free to tweet that sucker out for me and drop some social stuff and be like, hey, man, like the confidence score during this time has been crushing it. And then as far as like talking through total bases, I'm happy to do that at any time. Whoopsies. What did I do here? Okay. That total bases. There we go. Why does it say multiple selections? Do I have multiple things selected? No. I don't know. Whatever. This is total bases. Oh, no, it's not. It's run scored too. I got to fix that because I can't. Oh, I'm doing it all wrong. This is everything, right? We're just going to do total bases. Right? Why is it showing all that? Over table. Under confidence score hit, right? Multiple selections. I just want to see. What am I doing here? Where am I on total bases? Give me this and just give me the market then. Can I sort by that? Hits. Let's see if I can sort. Oh, this shows everything. I might have to look at this. Maybe I'm operating this wrong. Run scored. Can I do Control F? Let's see. A lot of hits. Okay, let's see. Let's just do select all. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it to work appropriately how I think it's going to. Total bases. Yeah, there it is. That worked. Why isn't it working? Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. Total bases. There we go. Okay. Total bases. There it is. Sorry about that. Thanks for hanging with me for a minute, Fives. All right, I'm trying to answer your question here. So on the 6th is when we changed it. So I could see it was doing really well. This market's, wow, the unders were really smacking. The unders were smacking. Literally didn't have a losing day for total bases. All right. Had some really big ones. Then we changed it on the 6th. I think the new score went in. And I can see what you're saying. I mean, it had a down day for it on the 7th, which was a small slate. Then it had only 7 profitable units. So the first day, 37, 8, or 8-7, and then 59 though. So we threw a big slate at it, or we're throwing a big slate at it. Oh, is this UTC? I gotta see. And have we started? What time did the game start? Oh, the game's already started a little bit. So let me look at it. Maybe you're right. Maybe the total basis isn't performing as well. I mean, if it looks like leading up to that day, it had, I mean, it was 9, 11, 33, 11. It was still profitable, but it's possible the new one hasn't been as good. Let me take a look at that, Fives. Shoot me a DM on X2, and I'll see if I can dive into this a little bit more when we get off. Because let me look at it up to the 6, and these are the ones that have hit. And this is total bases. So, yeah, it did look like, oh, no, that's the ones that didn't hit. There we go. Total bases. I mean, yeah, it was cashing. What's the highest one that it cashed? I'm curious. Those are all the losers. 2 cashed a couple of 200s on the on the under. It makes sense. You know what? I'm gonna take a look at that again and see. Yeah, let's see. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, so you said reset the filters, right? There you go. I mean, 89,000 bets and you're profitable. It's pretty cool. Minus 175 to 200. And that's at, and listen, guys, that's profitable at a 0.5. Now watch when you just start creeping it up. Woo, baby. And then total bases. All right, so that, I got to have them change it because like this white, it's hard to tell when I select it or not. Total bases. There it is. Yeah, man. So honestly, it looks like it was strong for sure. Let's say through the 5th, 324 units, and then go from there. 5, 6, and even going back here. Yeah, it had a down day for like the first time, but it's still profitable. I'll take a look at it. I mean, we're looking at a really small sample of 3 days, so we'll have better data as we get a little bit more into there. But yeah, hopefully that's helpful because appreciate you, Green Madness, for helping me out through that. I haven't played around in that enough yet. I've just been starting to dive into it. Now they are pretty much all green, so it's harder to find the right bets. They are pretty much all green. Let me see what you mean here. Let's look at market total basis. I can take a look at it if we think it's, oh, Burt Reynolds. Okay. So unders for total bases. I mean, look at a lot of these guys. I can see why they're predicting unders. Now, he only had 1 game. Matt Olson's been cold as ice. I get it. Closing line value will shift these and that kind of thing. And then what about for overs? Oh, they're all green, or all the guys are green? Because I see a lot of reds in here. There you go. There's all the reds. 5, shoot me a message, man. I don't necessarily understand what you're saying, but I got you. How much have you made my boyfriend? All right. All right. Seems we have some negativity in here. You have a lady picture and your name is Henry. All I'll say is that if you don't like what you're watching, you don't have to watch it. I don't know if that's we'll try to stay positive. That's all. If you want to hang out, you're more than welcome. If you don't, you can close it and go to somebody else's. That is totally something that is acceptable to do. But appreciate you for the engagement boost, I guess. No, it's good, Christian. I don't mind. It's just a weird thing. It's just a weird thing to me. But yeah, Henry, it's thanks for stopping in. It doesn't bother me either way. It's just comical, if anything. So let's see. If you sort by odds, minus 175, because we wouldn't play anything higher. Total basis on the unders. So like this guy, I don't think I'd play him, although the algorithm likes him. So like, who am I? I'm not going to try to outsmart the model. But this isn't one like my eyes would be like, all right, this is probably not something I would play because like look at his last couple of games. He's been really strong. But like this one, Jordan Walker, oh yeah, he's only hit in 20. Wait, let me see. Is that right? 20% low. Wait, let me look at that. Or under. I want to see that. Is that calculating right now? Let's see. Okay. I'm going to take a look at that one after. I want to make sure. So green, yeah, he's been over. I want to see somebody with low numbers, right? We're looking at unders still. Yeah, we're looking at unders for total bases. So like this one would be one that would probably be a decent play. Matt Olson under 1.5 total bases, minus 155 on Fanatics. Yeah, like Ozzy Albies, stuff like this. 2 of 5. Why did it say 0%? Oh, you know what? That might be calculating a little bit goofy right now. Here we go. I'll have to take a look at that. I will take a look at that and send it out to the team here to take a look. 40% here is, they've hit in 3. They've hit the over in 3 of the last 5. So there's a 40% hit rate. That's low. That's why it's red. Averaging 2.6. Probably not something I'd go with. Honestly, I'd probably just go with like, let's see. Let's do that. Odds. Let's do last 5 highest confidence. You could do it that way too. He's only got 1 sample size. Some of these guys are only going to have 1 sample size here. But, I mean, that's not a bad one right there. Chase McCormick, under 0.5 total bases, confidence score of 0.76, falls right in that sweet spot that we're looking for. Minus 110 on Fanatics, but you've also – why is it moving? Oh, yeah, minus 110 to the under. Flips a minus 1.5 at a minus 390 if you want a parlay piece right there. It's not a bad option. Profit X. Profit X is minus 1 or 1.5 as well. BetMGM minus 118, also a solid place to play it at. But yeah, so we've got all these different books. You can actually play it on Prizepicks too. Prizepicks and Underdog have it. So if you're playing on one of the books and you're looking for a parlay piece, you've got that. All right, I can hear the family needs me. All right, we're devolving a little bit. I've been in here for too long, having a good time, jumping through. Christian, I appreciate you, by the way. No mind. It's no worries. I hope they have a blessed day, just like everybody else. Positive or negative, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. But, if it gets too crazy, I'll mute them and block them. But appreciate you guys stopping in for this video. Hopefully you guys found this data helpful. Remember, it's all about proof over promises, and I will catch you on the next video, hopefully tomorrow, but definitely as we get to NFL 3, 4, 5 times a week. Drop a subscription, drop a subscribe on this channel, follow and like wherever you are. Got to go outside in the heat with the kids. I'm with you, Madness. That's why I spent too much time on this. Get outside, touch grass, guys. Have a great day. All right.